about 5 years ago, my mother-in-law inherited, an unknown amount of money. I'm guessing it's probably a couple $100,000. And my father-in-law invested that with eyes wide open in the oil market, took a bunch of stuff out on margin, and this weird thing happened a couple months ago where the stock market tanked. So they pretty much lost everything. And now tell us things like, we can't afford to pay for cable, we can't afford to pay for gasoline in our car to come visit you. And they value a lot on the phrase, we're retired. They're in their late 60s, 65, 67, and basically refusing to go back to work. They have minimal savings, and my wife and I are just really struggling with how do we handle this as their children? We want to support them, but we've got 3 small kids. We just bought a house, and we're really unclear on what we should be doing as their children to guide them.
Heath, I like you.
I like you too.
Well, I appreciate that. I like you.
Now that we've got that settled.
Man, here's the thing.
Have they actually asked directly for money?
They have, yeah. There was one occasion right after everything hit with the COVID and the stock market crash for their property taxes, which were past due, so they needed money for that. So I tried walking through him and getting him to acknowledge that, hey, my wife and I might have to go back to work, and that just went like right over his head. He was just, well, hey, either you have the money or you don't. So I did have the money, and that's kind of really where, again, the struggle for me and my wife is that, I make a good living. We've been blessed to, I come my side of the family. They've been very generous with.
So what is your household income? What is your household income?
About 170.
Okay, so you are killing it, and they're probably somewhat aware of that. You understand that when he made that statement, that was a statement that says, I am entitled to your stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that statement at all.
And that seems to be the underlying attitude.
You either got the money or you don't.
But I think that's that's where my wife and our fear is that, hey, they're just going to throw their hands up and whatever happens, rely on the fact that hey, my son-in-law and his wife who stays at home with the kids, like at worst comes to worst, they'll just provide for us. And I got a list of priorities, and my father-in-law is not the highest of those priorities.
I'm telling you, I like this guy, Dave. I like this guy. You can make fun of me.
Okay.
I like this guy.
So I think there's 2 or 3 levels of help that you can look at. Obviously, one, you don't want to put them on the dole where you support them the rest of your life and they don't address the situation. That's an unacceptable process. Making sure they have food, yeah, that's fine. Making sure they have shelter, that's fine. But I'm probably going to, if they come at you again for money, I'm probably going to have some real calm, in person if possible, discussions with the 2 of them. This sounds something like this. We love you, and we are not going to support you.